We then go, of course, through Surah al-Fatihah. Okay, and we say the words of Surah al-Fatihah. And in summary, what I want to say about Surah al-Fatihah here at this stage is simply this, that be aware that the focal point of Surah al-Fatihah is the request for guidance. Is the request for guidance. That Surah al-Fatihah, if you look at the structure of it, it's a build-up in terms of praising Allah. You praise Allah, Lord of all that exists. You recognize again His quality of Rahmah, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. You affirm His being the master, the owner of the Day of Judgment, and you cast your mind forward to the reality of the hereafter. You then affirm your commitment. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. You alone we serve, your commitment, but then your need as well, and you alone we ask for help. Okay, which is a very interesting phrase in the middle. It's like the pivot, if you like. You're switching now from the praise of Allah and recognition of His qualities to then bringing you into the picture, and not just you, because it's in the plural. We're saying we serve you, we ask you for help. You're actually, even if you're praying alone, you're making a statement on behalf of some collective of believers, right? We serve you, we worship you alone, and we ask you alone for help. And then you actually ask Him for help, basically. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim, guide us on the straight path. And then the rest of Surah al-Fatihah is simply elaborating what that path is. The path of those whom you favored, sirat al-ladhina an'amta alayhim, ghayri al-maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Not those who incurred your anger, nor those who have gone astray. Ameen. May it be so. May what be so? May we be guided. So this is really important because, when you're going into a process and you understand your objective, it's going to help you focus on what you're doing. Right? And so and this is very, very easy to forget. It's very easy to forget. And if you think about it, given that the Fatiha is so central to the prayer and so central, even if you look at it from a more technical standpoint, to the validity of the prayer. But the thing is that you can actually integrate these two perspectives, right? Because it's not that it's just necessary from a technical standpoint. The reason it is necessary is because of what it contains by way of a message, which exactly shows us the place of Salah as a almost like a stopping point or a milestone in our journey of life to stop and ask for directions. To stop and ask for directions, and then travel a bit, and then stop and ask for directions. That's why we're stopping. And this, I think, is something which people, if they can really think about it in this way, just really changes the prayer altogether. Because what it does is it reminds you that I don't know exactly where I'm going. Yeah, I'm trying my best, right? And I'm trying to go in the right direction, but I'm not taking it for granted that I am guided. I'm not taking it for granted that I am on the right path. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, because frankly, life sometimes feels like you're just walking through this fog, and you're just putting one step here and one step there, and there's an uncertainty around it. And even when we might be confident, you can get confident travelers who are going completely the wrong direction, you see? So it's this idea of there's a great humility and a blessing in the salah of us realizing, actually, if we realize from the outset, even before we say Allahu Akbar, that the fundamental reason as to why I'm here is to stop and ask for directions, get my bearings again, reorient myself before I continue on the next stage. It's a very powerful thing and will enliven our Surah al-Fatiha.